Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today to present Inkwazi Isu, our integrated waste management program, to the board. My name is Dr. Emmanuel Sakado, and I'm a director of the South African Healthcare Foundation. We are a not-for-profit organization that was incorporated in 2011, and we are a 100% Black-owned organization with professional and specialist orientation. Our vision is to be the partner. The picture you see to the top right corner is the state of our river bodies and oceans prior to the formation of this project. And the partners of Inkwazi comprise of industry, local government, and civil society, which is the best blend of partnership that is needed on this scale of solution. Some of our partners include the local Inkwazi municipality, Sasol South Africa, which is a local petrochemical company and also an alliance member. Of course, the Alliance to End Plastic Waste, Plastic South Africa, and all the PROs in the country. So we've got an all-inclusive system. Huge impact. Now, the $1.5 million grant forms 50% of the total project budget, and the other 50% comes from local stakeholders. The project kicked off last year, July 2022, and we quickly ramp up collection because everything starts with collection. With this effort, we have been able to successfully divert 4,000 tons of plastic in the end of 2022 alone. The aim is to divert up to 20 kilotons of plastic annually at maturity, and we're going to do this through unsanitary landfills, informal settlements, townships, beaches, and rivers. The map you see is the coastal town of Durban in the Inkwazi municipality, and we have selected 12 aggregation sites around the city, which we are upgrading for the purpose of the program. 5 sites have been completed. 3 sites are currently in progress, and we have 4 sites that are yet to be completed. Looking at this, the project is pillar 1. If there is any takeaway from my presentation today, I believe it's this page. This is my favorite page. And this delves into looking at how this infrastructure development have been able to help us ramp up and create a complementary collection system in the region. We collect through the municipal orange bag system, which is curbside recycling. We also collect through the sector recovering recyclables from landfills. We do collection through the Inkwazi Isu waste ambassadors who go from door to door to provide collection service from communities. Our slogan is "You see trash, I see treasure." And with this, we are actually highlighting the economic value of waste, whilst addressing one of South Africa's major critical economic issues by creating jobs. This mindset has actually driven the project to drive volumes up and consecutively every quarter increase the volumes that are coming into the project. In quarter 1 of the project, which is quarter 3 of 2022, we were able to divert 1.9 thousand tons of plastic, and we've seen a steady increase every quarter until we've on education and awareness for long-term behavioral change. Here, as typical of all Alliance projects, we believe that education and awareness play a central role in changing the mindset of people in the long term. With that being said, since January 2022, education and awareness program involving 50 schools and 40,000 learners have been able to divert 100 tons of plastic every single month. Whilst we wish to eliminate at some point when we've got it verified to maturation. The picture on the far left again shows the mayor of Inkwazi and the various heads of different government stakeholder groups coming out in their numbers to lead by example and to support our cleanup campaign. How we can leverage innovation and technology to buttress the strength of our project. We have introduced the application Kudoti app, which is a waste tracking app that helps us to independently measure the volumes of plastic that is coming into the project. It also helps us to track the origin of the waste and for us to be able to self-audit the volumes that come out from our program.
The roads and things. What I did see was orange bags every few kilometers, because the collection was happening under the programs that have been pioneered here. So the work is really making a difference, and the city is seeing that, and I think that's going to lead to that expansion.
Right. But what about economic distribution in the country? So you've got people living in what we call informal settlements that is actually legal, so it's basically the slums, or a nice word for slums. And then we've got the next class or category of people living in townships, which is slightly better than the informal settlement and legal, so they get a bit of service delivery. Then you get the upper class that live in the suburbs and the cities and all. And we've got, I think, 45% youth unemployment rate in the country. So when you go to a community and you want them to understand the concept, you need to come down to their level. You need to know what they really need and not impose a solution on them. What we did in the social space is that we knew people needed jobs, people needed to elevate their standard of living, and we needed to make a very quick social and environmental impact for buy-in from the community, and that's what the target was. We have been able to create up to 200 direct employment in this short period, under a year, and have been able to create about 500 indirect jobs, and this is a massive social impact.
With the value chain, building the market, getting that economy of scale of recyclables available so that you can get a fair price and have that consistency of supply. So we're seeing this time and again, actually, in many of our projects, and when we can foster that exchange that we've had over the last hours or the last couple of days, is quite powerful, and I think that's a huge role that the Alliance can play. And we talked about it also earlier, that this sort of academy concept, this ability to bring...
The willingness is there from our stakeholders, but then you're dealing with a broad base of stakeholders, including municipality, which have politicians in there. And as soon as politics is involved, you form in a relationship that you need to be extremely wary of. We've had issues where you sign an MOU with a city, but when there is a change in political structure, you may have to go back to reform and realign with the new government strategy. So I believe everything is set up for replication and expansion, but that is also dependent on managing very closely the stakeholder relations that we have, especially in the political space.
Last word to...
If you want to have this model as a sustainable model by itself, by the work they are doing there, we've been noticing that the vulnerability of this first link of the value chain, which is the base of this pyramid, the waste pickers and the cooperatives, they suffer a lot with this variability of the prices on the market. So sometimes the PET has a value and everybody goes to the street to pick it up, and then the material doesn't reach this.
Emmanuel for hosting me when I was there as well. So these are our projects.